Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I just saw Aloha, Lisa, Cordovana. Aloha. Mahalo. How are you doing? Oh, I miss going to Hawaii. Um, so it has been an eventful week. It's been an eventful week. If you saw the opening of the video, we're going to do a little change of plans today, unfortunately. I've gotten some messages and emails and have been on the phone and my computer trying to see what's wrong with my website. So I thought, you know what? Just roll with it, Sandy. Roll with it and go with the flow and don't stress. So that's what I'm doing today. Debbie Easton, thank you so much for the stars. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to share with you guys about the stars. So if you're on Facebook, Debbie Easton, if you see in the comments, she just sent 200 stars. You can do that on Facebook. On YouTube, I'm looking over here at my screen just to make sure I'm still on. On YouTube, there is, let me think. Yes, in the chat at the bottom, there's like an emoji and then a $sign. Anyway, all those monies, I was very inspired by Renee and Tracy to donate to their local RSPCA for animals. And so I decided to do the World Central Kitchen. And I have an update for you guys, an exciting update. So, hello, hello. Hi, Annie from Quebec. Again, Debbie, thank you so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I cannot wait to share where your contribution and others is going. So I have you guys live on my Sandy McTeer Designs page and on YouTube. Do me a favor, like, comment, share, and hopefully we will have fantastic internet connection today because they've not been working on the lines since Friday. We were without power without power yesterday morning. And then I guess it was fine the rest of the day. We had a crazy, crazy weekend. Let me just say that. Some crazy, weird things occurred with a loved one, and it's just kind of thrown the whole weekend into a little bit of a mind spin, if I will. Anyway, working but sneaking a peek. Well, glad you did, Rebecca. Glad you're here. Hello, guys. Hi, Georgie and Darlene and Debbie and Carol and Debbie. Lots of Debbies on. My younger sister is a Debbie, Deborah, but a Debbie. And where I just taught in Buffalo, there were 3 Sandys or Sandras, but 2 of us go by Sandy. So anyway, I have missed you guys. I have not been on for several weeks. And today planned to do a lesson, and my website unfortunately is not cooperating. So I thought I would switch up the plan, change things up a little bit, and don't ever have a garage sale when the heat index is so high. Oh, Linda Safranco. I have to be 100% honest with you. I would rather take it to the Goodwill, the Salvation Army, a thrift shop, or the base on the military base here used to have a thrift shop as well. And I would just donate, and they might still have one. I don't know. Carol Jones, thank you so very much for the stars. Appreciate it. Hi, Tammy. Just booked my St. Simon's trip. I will get in touch with you and let you know because I'd love to hook up and see you there. So my annual beach trip, I almost said beach trip. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the stars. But anyway, booked my annual beach trip, and my son FaceTimed me yesterday from Turks and Caicos, and he goes, Mom, every time I walk out of the room, he said, I'm like, my mom would love it here. The beach is my happy place. So, like I said, I am streaming live on my Facebook page, my Sandy McTeer Designs Facebook page, and on YouTube. Would love for you guys to share these were all brand new appliances and was, yes, the thing with garage sales, unfortunately, is there are people that are professional garage sellers. They go looking for a deal when the seller has no clue what it is they're getting rid of. And then people that are going because they really need a deal want to nickel and dime it down to nothing. So I'm not a big fan of doing yard sales myself. I've done many, but not looking forward to that. So yes, Karen, I just saw your comment on YouTube because Tammy's over on Facebook. But yes, St. Simons, Georgia is right off the coast of eastern, southeast Georgia. And we've gone there for probably the last, oh gosh, maybe 8 years. It's just my happy place. I love being by the water, love the sound of the ocean, love the beach, love that my husband will go for me because he's not a beach person, but he will go and suck it up and do all that for me because he knows how much it replenishes my soul and my being and takes me back to my childhood. So yeah, so excited to go there. Hello, Lynn from Delaware. And Debbie from Central New York. So good to see you guys on. And again, thank you so much. If I missed anybody on the stars, thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to talk for about, it's 3:07, maybe till about 3:15, just to kind of catch you guys up on some things since I've been away. We have had a little bit of change of plans today with our lesson. From what I posted, I was going to do my summer tea, stacked teacups. I even had the ad ready to go. In fact, I'll pop it up right here so you can see. I had that one ready to go. But my website host, like many of you have known that have followed me for some time, I had a fantastic web host. They sold to Vistaprint. I've always loved Vistaprint for business cards, things like that. Website, not so much. So the problem being a one-person business owner is it's difficult to do everything. And I've built 3 websites. First one with the help of my brother-in-law. So now I really need to buckle down and look at getting this website host switched because I'm not getting what I need. For 2 days now, have not been able to access anything on my website to edit it, to put anything, for you guys to see anything. And so the lesson for today originally, do I have it? I do. I have a stack of things here for you. But it was the second in my teacup series. Well, let's just move everything, Sandy. I have it all. So the first was my spring stacked teacups. And again, I had so many emails like, I can't get on the site. I've been trying to order the e-packet. And I want to paint along. And I know many of you do. So I thought I would postpone that lesson, which is this one, which I love. Actually, that's my original spring. And then today I had planned to do my summer tea, stacked teacups. Again, you can't get on the website. I can't even get on it to edit something. So we're going to do that next Sunday, which will be the 3rd of July. Now, I do know that it is 4th of July weekend for the U.S., but it works for me. I'm going to come live next Sunday and share my summer teacups with you guys next Sunday. What I thought I would do today is share a really cool product with you and some things that you can do with it. And then also just share what I have coming up. So let's see. I watched an old YouTube this morning, Winter Trees and a Snowman. Oh, wonderful, Rose. I love that one because I'm going to put these down here. It's painted with my favorite paint, which is the DecoArt Media paint. I just got a new color in. Well, it's not a new color, but it's been out of stock. So I just reloaded my graphic to put on my website when I have access. And then also I have loaded Tracy Moreau's top 10 colors, my top 10 colors as a set. And then I'll get Deb Antonik's on there. If you paint with them regularly and you have a set of colors that you like, let me know. Message me. On Facebook, you can email me, or you can just drop a comment on one of my social media pages. And we'll see about getting maybe your favorite collection up there. Okay? So, hi, Mary. There's still, yes, Molly Ann, it's just been crazy. And I thought I could just sit here and wallow and be frustrated and aggravated, which I was very much over the weekend, or I could just roll with it and, like I say, flip the script, which has been a little difficult for me to do since 2020. I never had a problem before 2020, flipping the script, taking that negative, turn it into a positive. Now I'm just like, don't do this. Could you please let me know what colors and proportions to mix to get persimmon? Well, Karen, do you have vermilion? Because I know what you're talking about. And hi, Teresa Brown. Good to see you on in Maryland. For my piece on Wednesday, which I'm going to share in just a minute, you can use vermilion. You can use any orange. And if you don't have vermilion in the Traditions line, you can use Orange Flame in the Americana line. So if you have that color, that will work. Happy Lady Wonderful. It's good to see you too, Lynn. Thank you. Blessings to everyone from Texas. Indeed, Linda, indeed. So anywho's, it is 3:12. We got 3 minutes to keep talking. So as you know, I just got back from Buffalo, New York, had a fantastic several days with friends, seeing the sights. If you've not seen the pictures, make sure to go to my page here, Sandy McTeer Designs, and look at all the wonderful pictures that I shared from that event. It was nice to paint again in person with everybody and to see friends and stay with my friend Sandra. Hi, Mary Lou Harris. Isn't there a famous country singer, Mary Lou Harris? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Darlene. So I do have some giveaways today. Again, if you're just joining in, we're going to kind of flip the script today and do something a little bit different than my original plan, which was to do my summer. I just looked at my lap. I thought it was there, but it is here. So next Sunday, for my Sundays in the studio with Sandy, we're going to do my summer stacked teacups. Hopefully by then, my website will be up and running so that you can get the e-packet. I'm just looking here. The surface for this one is here. And I did use the same stencil that I did on my spring teacups, and then another stencil that I'll have on my website soon. So all that information is in the e-packet. Again, I think you mean Emmy Lou Harris. Yes, Emmy Lou, yes. And Mary Lou says she can't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, I bet you probably can. But yes, I knew there was a famous something Lou Harris. So good to see you on. I just saw a comment pop up, but I'm not going to touch it because last time I did, we got kicked out. So hello, Michelle. Hi, Paula. Hi, Keiko. Okay, so like I said, today we're going to do a little something different. Just until my website comes up, they've assured me that it will be looked at by the engineers. They are not sure what's going on or why I can't see anything, but I hope so. Yes, me too, Henriette. Because and I don't know if it's Henriette or Henriette, because I went to a seminar in Florida several times and painted with some people, and I kept calling her Henriette, and they were very sweet and came up and said, we just want to let you know it's Henriette, like the H is silent, Henriette. And I thought, okay, no problem. So now when I see that written, I'm like Henriette instead of Henriette. So anyhows, hi, Janie. Thank you so much, Chris Avola. You're the best. She put the link in the comments for that surface for the summer teacups. So again, went to Buffalo, had a fantastic flight. First time I've flown since February 2020. I have to say I was a little nervous. I sat next to a lady that coughed the entire time. So while I was smart with my hand sanitizer and everything, I did not wear the mask on the plane. But as soon as I sat down and she was coughing, promptly put my mask on and kept it on the whole time. So just got a new phone yesterday. Anyone know how to turn the blasted closed captions off? I don't know. Let's see if I can turn them off. So I just turned those off on Facebook. I'm not sure if you've got to do that by yourself, Linda, or me, but I turned off auto-generated subtitles. I turned them off. So hopefully, unless you've got to do it on your end. Hi, Kathy Barnett. So let's see, it is, what time is it? Make sure you like that, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube and subscribe if you haven't. And then also that little bell, if you hit that little bell and you're not sure on YouTube what it does, it notifies you when I go live. So hello, Carrie, good to see you on. And Donna from upstate hot New York, right? It is 94 here right now, but we've been in the hundreds. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. Hi, Sandy Greco, and Janie Sevilla. So they've been doing work on the lines. Didn't know that until I was out of town. My husband chatted with them. So again, hopefully no interruptions today, just a slight interruption in the topic of what we're going to talk about. So let's start first. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way. Let's start first with the important things. So, like I mentioned on YouTube, there's like a little $ above the comment section. On Facebook, you can do stars, and 3 of you or 4 of you have already done stars, and I thank you very, very much. So, I was floored. I shared this with my membership group on Friday because I had just gotten the notification on Thursday that the stars, when you guys purchase stars and share them with me on my lives, I get a percentage of that. And that percentage is going to go to the World Central Kitchen. And I'm excited to share with you guys that what you guys donated for March, April, May is when I started. I started in March, I believe, but March, April, May, this is what I'm going to get to send because of you guys for donating those stars to the World Central Kitchen that travels around and feeds and helps people that are in the Ukraine, Haiti, places where there are natural disasters. So that is the amount, guys. Can you believe that? That is the amount. And it's because of you guys that have shared stars with me on Facebook. And I want to thank you so very much. I'm honored and thankful, and I am putting that in the comments that it was from my viewers and donators. And is that just not amazing? So I know that little angry button is on the end, but try not to hit that one because I just saw a couple go up. Hopefully you're not angry that I'm donating that much money to a great cause. But anyway, I know, right? Wow. I was floored. So thank you, Julie, for letting her know where that is. I think so too. And Debbie, thank you so much because your donation today is going to go towards more that I get to share and donate. So I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Love all the hearts and everything coming up and all the wonderful smiley faces. Hi, Barb. Oh my gosh. Every single day this week, I'm like, I gotta call Barb. It's just been crazy. And then, like I said, this weekend, we had a very dear loved one that had something traumatic happen. And it just kind of threw the whole weekend into a little bit of a whirlwind. But, and on top of that, my website's not working. So that is the cause of the change of plans today, and we're just going to have fun. I thought I could just cancel and not do it, but I wanted to connect with you guys and chat and say hi. And right, Madeline, I think so too. I think it is a wonderful, wonderful charity that does such good in the world. And again, I couldn't have done it without y'all. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of good money. And I greatly appreciate all those little stars that come in or donations on YouTube. So, all right. So we do hope you will include a lipstick in my next order, please. Oh, thanks, Lynn. So this is the lip kit by Kylie. I know many people don't like the Kardashians. I could care less, although, hello, women entrepreneurs, all for it. Women business owners, all for it. So anyway, it's the Kylie lip, and I want to say the color is Dolce. So I can't find the CC on the phone. Yeah, Linda, sometimes the phone, the iPad, and the computer are totally different. In fact, I had a sweet, sweet lady, love her, Lori, message me because she wasn't getting the e-packet. Well, she had to go to her laptop, and she found all these things in her spam folder or junk folder. So sometimes Facebook and Instagram and other social media sites don't update on your devices. So I highly recommend turning it off every now and then, turning it back on. That will update it. But yeah. Hola, hola. Hello, Manny. So I have 100 degrees. Oh my gosh, Donna, so sorry. That is cold. That is cold. That is hot. And I don't like cold weather. Can't find it. So Karen, the stars are on Facebook, not on YouTube. On YouTube, above the chat, there's like a little dollar sign. I haven't had anyone do that on YouTube, so I don't know, but on Facebook they come through. Hi, Lucy. No need to apologize, and I'm so thankful for some of the things that you've had happen this week, to kind of put your mind at rest and ease and lay your brother to rest. So was thrilled to see that. Found it. You're not a pain, Linda. No apology necessary. Okay, it is 7 minutes after I said I was going to start. So I could just sit here and chat with y'all. Cannot get here, please. Cannot get here, please. Not sure what that means, but so on your iPad, I don't know if you've got to be on a computer. If anyone's on an iPad on Facebook and you see the stars, you can let her know where to go, but she's on YouTube right now. So anywho's, all right, let's get started. I'm going to turn the camera down again. If you're just joining us, little change in plans today. My website has been down for the weekend and hoping that it comes up soon. Thank you for the goodies you sent in my order, especially the you're very welcome, Janie. You're very welcome. I try to be. If I can throw extra little bits and bobs in there with y'all's orders, I certainly try. Hello, Melissa. I love the way you spell your name. From Georgia. What part of Georgia? And I'm sure it's hot, hot, hot there, like it is hot, hot, hot here. All right, so let's get started. So change of plans, stacked teacup, summer edition is going to, thank you, Barb, is going to resume next Sunday on my Sundays in the Studio with Sandy. And where can I go to purchase your stencils? Deb Miller, thank you so very much. I will give you, let's see if I can, I always have to look out the bottom of my glasses. So let's see if this pops up. Okay, there. However, my website has been down for a couple days. So, but sandymcteardesigns.com, and then if you use that promo code ART, A-R-T, all capitals, make sure to hit the apply button. If you don't hit the apply button, it does not register and it doesn't take off your discount. All right, so you want to make sure that you do that. Now, let me see if I have, do I have that? Okay, so what I'm going to share with you today is DecoArt's Stylin Paint. So the Stylin Paint is what I used on my Stylin Day when I was in Buffalo, New York. You can use that discount code if you want to order it. However, I'm giving away some of the Stylin Paint. So that's my first giveaway today. And all you have to do is like, comment, share. I'm going to a set of my favorite colors to a lucky winner. And let's take that off. Thank you, Molly Ann. You guys are amazing. I wish that my website would come up. So I just stood up and haven't turned the camera down, right? Hello. So you saw my midsection there. Let's turn that down. So this was the first thing that I did with the Stylin paint. And again, if you're not familiar with it, the DecoArt Stylin paint can be used. Now it says leather paint for shoes and more. Now, I know they want to label what it is, but sometimes when you label it as leather paint, you kind of close your idea or box maybe of what it could go on. All right. So, and what I mean by that is this paint can go on leather, faux leather, vinyl, hard plastic, fabric, canvas, shoes. It is amazing. The great thing about this paint is it doesn't crack or craze or peel off or wash off. It has a built-in sealer. There's nothing you need to do to seal this paint once you have painted it on. Now, for all of my viewers and friends out there that have used this paint, leave a comment in the comment section if you've used it and what your thoughts were, because I love honest feedback. Have not heard of this yet. Well, Carol, that's one of the reasons when I needed to kind of switch gears today that I decided that I was going to do the Stylin paint, because when I was in Buffalo last week, I think they were all blown away with what you could do with this paint and how amazing it is. So, and again, if you've not seen the pictures from my trip, go and look at the pictures. But I got this at the Goodwill for like $3, and I painted it to match one of Earl Spencer's daughter's dress that she wore to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's wedding. And the green is exactly the color of her dress, and she had these beautiful orange poppies. So I used a stamp pen to stamped it onto my purse, but then I just kind of winged it and painted. But I want to show you several things that you can do with it, and then give you some tips on how you can change the look of things. Before we do that, I'm going to slow down my talking. I get so excited. And I want to share with you guys the rest of the giveaways, okay? So, like I mentioned, the first giveaway is going to be for a selection of my favorite Stylin paints, okay? So, all you have to do is share this post, comment, and like it. That's all you got to do, okay? On Facebook and on YouTube. So the second is going to be for this amazing set of brushes. I have a 3/8, a 1/4 inch angle. This is a number 4 round, a number 1 round, and my favorite Stencil Pro brushes, all Dynasty, my favorite brushes, my go-to to paint all of my designs. So a second winner will win those. And I'll do the drawing next Sunday when we have our live. And then I also have a set of stamps. So one of my stamps, and then this is a discontinued, and it's my last one, and I don't know why I've been holding on to it. I think it's because it's my last one. But I already have 3 sets open, so let me share it with somebody that doesn't have this. And it's a great set. There is a masking set in the back, so you can mask off where you've stamped. There also is a die cut. So same piece, you could die cut it out of paper, do different things. So these 3, these are of course Stampendous. And then my set right here, so that will go to another lucky winner. And then this was a hot item at my recent seminar up in Buffalo. And I love this. So the Crafters Workshop, I have a lot of those stencils on my website. And with that said, let me share with you that on my summer teacup design, this stencil right here, I'm waiting for it to come in but it will be up on my website when when my website is up and running. I will get that added. So again, another winner is going to get this fantastic 12 by 12 stencil. Again, the drawing will be next Sunday. What else have I been doing? So with my membership group, I have it stenciled pretty on shirts. Oh, awesome. So with my membership group, we do the flower of the month every month. And for June, it was a rose. And so many of my members love purple. So I thought, let's do a purple rose instead of a red or a white. I was going to do a yellow as well. So I did that with my membership group. When my website is up and running, you can go there and see what my membership group is all about. So the other thing, I did pull this from the DecoArt website. If you've not seen, you can download their catalog. And so I downloaded this, but I thought, okay, I need to remind myself how many colors there are. They just came out with some neons. But this is exciting, this refillable paint marker. Not available yet, but when I get my hands on that, I'm going to have to buy several so I can do a giveaway. Because I think that would be a phenomenal tool to have for painting with these Stylin paints. Okay. So, and if you're going to join me next Sunday, I want to sit and talk to you for a second. Just a little something. Not to vent or to lecture or anything like that. What I do want to say, I saw on another very generous artist that shares her time, her talent, her designs with people, a comment that kind of bothered me, and I want to put it out there just a little without, again, sounding like I'm venting too much. But while it's a compliment for someone to take a picture or a screenshot of your design and want to paint it, what's not okay is to take a screenshot and make a line drawing of it. And they blatantly said that's what they did. They screenshot it, they did a line drawing, and they painted along. So I just want to remind you guys, these artists that are sharing their times and their talent and their designs, that this industry needs those people. They need the designers and the teachers and the educators and the painters to help share their love and their passion for what they do. And I just want to say that an $8.50 packet, when you can, helps that artist out, or a $10 packet or whatever the case may be. But to copy the pattern, to copy a picture and then make a pattern of your own and then follow along and then share the picture and said, oh, I painted along with you. That's not really good, right? It is copyright infringement. It happens all the time. And I really don't want to go on too much more about it, but I was sad for that artist that gives so much and for free. That while I know you can't buy every packet or do every purchase of every product, I get it, but I want this industry to thrive and grow, and my passion is to educate and teach. I think you guys see that when I come and I teach on Sundays or wherever the case may be, that I try and give as much of myself, but at the same time, I'm a business, and so are they. And in order for us to continue with a business, we have to make money. I'm not one that likes to talk about money. I'd love to give everything for free. If you've ordered from me, you know that, because I try to throw in freebies all the time. But just keep that in mind when you're watching something, that a little bit of support in that way of purchasing goes a long way. Okay? Enough of that rant. So we'll come back down here. Hey, have a question. I know I can paint vinyl with Stylin paint, but if I paint folding chairs, are they safe to sit and not get paint on clothing after? Absolutely, Marianne. Fantastic question. Yes, you can. You can, and it has a built-in sealer. I have seen people paint umbrellas, outdoor umbrellas, and the paint is still as beautiful as ever. And yes, Sandy Greco, that is the same. Or going to Cracker Barrel and taking a picture of the things that are on the shelf, or the Dollar Tree and looking at gift bags and stuff. Those artists have been licensed to share and have been paid very, very, very little. Believe me, licensing was a track that I was on for a long time. It's not a very lucrative track, and that's not why I wanted to do it, but it certainly, you know, every little bit goes a long way. And it's nice to have your things in stores. So, okay. So if you're going to join me next week, hopefully my website's going to be up. The e-packet is on my website. You just can't see it. I did do a little bit of prep. I'm going to share that with you. Leaves, antique green. Okay. Where is my antique green? I moved everything because I switched gears. But antique green, my daisies I did in orange flame. My yellow daisy I did in bright yellow and warm white. All this is in the e-packet. I just want to share it with you. Where I'm going to start next Sunday on this live is exactly what I have right here. The letters, warm white. The teacups and saucers. Oh, I think I just spit. So the blue is Bahama blue, and the green is Hauser light green. Okay, so that's where I'm going to start. The background is exactly the same as the spring teacup design, but again, next week, that's where I'm starting. All righty? Okay. Well, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I was really sad to see that. Hi, Deb Antonik. I was sad to see that, Brenda. Just the kind of the blatant, and I know that it's also viewed as, I love your designs and I want to paint them. But at the same time, it doesn't help that artist or that teacher that's trying to share what it is that they want to share. Okay. Now, I have to tell you about this purse. This purse I got, so from here, the back of it, on the whole front panel was white. And I used the Stylin black paint to paint all that white black. It just stood out. It wasn't pretty. And I can't wait to share with you what I'm going to share. And then I just painted some roses on it, okay? It kind of was giving me like Chanel vibes or whatever with that handle. But I'll show you the boots that kind of match it, okay? So we have those stamps, we have the Stylin paint, we have that stencil as a giveaway, and those brushes. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. And let's talk about real quick some things that I have coming up. So Wednesday, I'm teaching this on the Decorative Painters Academy. There's the link there. They do online classes, decorativepaintersacademy.com. And I'm teaching my Echinacea and Finch on Wednesday. And it's recorded, so it will be available to view and paint whenever you have time. There's still some spots in that, but I will be doing that most of Wednesday. And then the Society of Decorative Painters is having their 50th convention get-together in Vegas in August, and I'm teaching a special event for DecoArt. And so, in fact, have the surfaces, about to start prepping for that so I can get them shipped. But if you're interested in that, you could go to the Decorative Painters Academy and click on SDP, and it'll give you information about the convention. Okay. So I want to show you. Let me get my pad there. Alrighty, so this is the purse that I did, and then when I went to Creative World in 2020 to Germany, everybody in the DecoArt booth, we decided to decorate shoes or boots or whatever. So Tracy Moreau has these gorgeous sugar skull and roses on her boots. And then, and if you are on Tracy or you see this, I'd love for you to post a picture of them in the comments because they're gorgeous. But anyway, so they bought our shoes. They said paint them however you wanted to. And so I did some roses to match my bag. Now, again, the great thing about this paint is it is permanent. You cannot even feel like this is painted. Right, guys? If you've painted with it, again, my Buffalo chapter that I just taught, and we use that, I just could keep feeling, because you can't feel anything. It becomes one with the material that it's painted on. So you can run your hand over and you can't feel any of the raised paint, nothing. And I've worn these in the snow, the water, when it rained, and it will, I know, I cannot wait to see you there too, Sandy Greco. It's going to be fun. So anyway, fantastic. Built-in sealer. You don't have to do anything else to it once you put it on. Not going to come off. Okay, now, you could take alcohol and scrub it and scrub it and scrub it, and it might. These boots, and I probably did in about 30 minutes. I was on a roll. And so I just used a couple of DecoArt stencils, and then I just used white, black, and what's the color I used? I believe it was this one, the turquoise. Okay, so put that down here. On DecoArt.com, or if you put into like a search box and do fave, F-A-V-E crafts.com, they collaborated with DecoArt and they did a book. There are 30 different designs. And when I get done doing this live, I will come back and put the link at the top in the comment or the description. But this is one of the sets that I did. I also did a butterfly bag and shoes and a phone case. But again, it is one with the fabric. You cannot even tell that this is painted. And if I'm not mistaken, Deb Antonick, who's here, she painted a pair of boots a totally different color. And you can't even tell. I mean, it covers so beautifully. So I am going to do that on a couple things and show you how you can change the color. Okay. I did these at Hoot one year. Again, just white little canvas tennis shoes. No need to do anything to prep. If you're working on leather, vinyl, or faux leather, you want to make sure it's clean. So just give it a nice wipe down. I saw Lucy, where did I get the boots? The black boots and these boots I got from Famous Footwear. No. These are Famous Footwear. The black ones I got from actually Kroger Marketplace in Kentucky when I was in Lexington. So I think Tracy and I both got them before we went to Germany. So, anywho's, so again, beautiful paint. No need to throw it in the dryer. No need to heat set. It just covers beautifully, mixes very well. So all these colors in this line are intermixable so that you can make your own custom colors. Now, I wanted to point this out too. This is the old label. This is the new label. And again, if you want to order those, that's not it, and that's not it. Let's find it. Where did I have it? Right there. If you order on DecoArt.com, you can use that discount code. And anyway, it is just a phenomenal way to upscale and revamp your old things, but then also your new things, tote bags, notebooks. So I did a special event, the very last Hoot convention. I did a special event with DecoArt. This is just on a regular journal notebook from Target. Okay. And then went to Madrid, Spain with Pla. That used to be at DecoArt, and it's such a fun thing. And she painted this one. I absolutely love it. It's on a leather bound journal. Okay. And I think I did this one on a DecoArt Live. Again, you cannot feel the paint at all. And then started on this one, but never finished it. So there are metallic colors, there are neon colors, and they're just so amazing. So you can stamp, like I showed you on that purse that I did. I used the same stamp, and I want to show you the difference. Things thrown all over the floor. So same exact stamp, but look at the difference. And it's because I just kind of went with the flow of the flower. The stamp was my line drawing basically, and the layout of my design. So can you put the code back up? I certainly will. Let me see you with my glasses here. Thank you, Barb Perkle, for putting that. Barb put the Fave Crafts in the comments, the link. And if you go there and just put in the search bar, put DecoArt Stylin, then it should pop up. Now, what I did on these are like $5 shoes from Walmart that I got, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. I used a Rebecca Bear stencil in the background with a little bit of white Stylin paint. Just like you would do mixed media, guys, you can do it on surfaces like this. It works on leather, faux leather, vinyl, fabric, canvas, shoes, and again, built-in sealer. Colors are intermixable. You can have a limitless palette. So what I did after I got that same stamp on was then just paint it to look like a poppy. These have been through rain, lots of weather, and has not wiped off, hasn't washed off, still looks like the day I painted them. Okay, same stamp though. Now, to stamp on something like this, you've got to use paint. So I just rolled out some paint with a brayer on my palette, did the stamp, and put it right on the surface, started painting it. All right, so I wanted to share with you how well it covers. So do you ever buy a pair of shoes and you're like, where am I going to wear those? I like them, but I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to wear them. And I just realized that I forgot to look at the very first person that commented on both my Facebook and my YouTube. So I will post that later, and you'll be able to get a free e-packet. Okay. So they were $20. I got them, I don't even know where, I think Target, years and years and years ago, because I thought, oh, those are cute. But when you wear something like this, first off, you can't wear a lot of pattern. So black pants, black shirt, or leopard shirt, but your feet, they're going to like draw the attention. So I asked my husband, I said, what do you think I should like do with these? And I said, I think if they were black, I would wear them. So I want to show you. Now they have a little bit of a velvet feel to them. I want to show you how well this black paint covers. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that out on my palette and get, I don't know, big. I might have missed it, but can it be mixed with regular decorating? Glenna, good question. I would say no, because now, you could, but what would happen is this has the properties to adhere, to stay on things that are going to be washed. I'm not a personal fan of using Americana on fabric, only because DecoArt has made two amazing products for fabric. One being Stylin, and the other being the So Soft. And did I grab? I do. I have a metallic here. Oh no, that's peacock teal. So I would use these on fabric. They are formulated and tested repeatedly for the properties of what they say they will do. Americana, yes, you can use it on acrylic. I have plenty of clothes with patches of paint that I have dropped that have not washed out, so I know it will stay. But this is made and formulated to adhere, to stay on fabric, to not wash off, and to not lose the color. That's important. So they're light fast, which means that the color is not going to fade. Okay? So now with this, and I'm not going to do the whole shoe, but I do want you to see a difference. Things like this, you could take a little Vaseline and rub Vaseline on the buckle or any place you don't want it. You could take tape and tape it off. I'm usually a little impatient and don't want to do that. But what I want you to see, because I thought it would be cool to have the black shoe, but then also still have that print. And it's raised. I can feel where the black cheetah print is raised. But look how easily that goes on. And covers. I mean, it's just incredible. I'll just kind of push that on. But, I mean, hello. I would wear those before I wore the cheetah print. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought they were cute at the time, but okay. Now, you can layer just like we do with our regular paints, let it dry, add another coat if you need to, but can you, I mean, that's already covering so well, right? And again, I would probably wear these before I wore them as a cheetah print pump. So, but depending on how thick you put it on is going to determine how long it takes to dry. But is that not cool? Amazing. Soap and water cleanup. Don't need to do anything special. They will completely cover. I'm going to just go ahead and do that one side. So that you can see the difference. So, you know, those old shoes, those old bags that you find at the Goodwill or hello, in our own closet. Seriously, these have been in my closet probably going on 8 years, if not longer. And I've not done anything with them, and I've never worn them. Tag's still in there. Okay. So if you saw my post the other day too from when I was in Buffalo, my friend Sandra, who I stayed with, she snapped a picture of me drawing on my suitcase. Now, I could use multi-surface acrylics, DecoArt's multi-surface, or I could even use the Stylin paint. I decided I'm not going to paint it though. I think I'm just going to leave it hand-drawn. But I'm going to hold this and get the other shoe just so you can see the difference and how amazing that has covered, right? So I know that I will wear these. I probably would not wear those. Yes, regular brush, absolutely. So, all righty. Now, I did want to share also, because I shared this at the recent, where do I have a bag? I have one right there. At my recent seminar. And I wanted to share a product with you guys other than the Stylin DecoArt So Soft Fabric Medium. So I will zoom in just a little for this. And I have to say, I usually don't, but if I put a lot out, hello, I'm keeping that paint. I didn't have water in my brush when I started, so it wasn't inky or anything. You want to be careful when you do that with water and stuff because it will contaminate your paint. But I wanted to share this with you today, a little tutorial on what this can do for you. Now, they've changed the packaging. So right now it says fabric medium. DecoArt also has an Americana fabric medium that you can mix. I should have grabbed it, but you can mix that with your regular acrylics to make it adhere and stay on fabric. All right? Don't confuse it with this. This used to be called, do I have it? Nope, I don't have an old bottle. It used to be called transparent medium. Transparent medium is your best friend when it comes to fabric painting. And let me tell you why. So, yes, I will definitely wear those shoes now. Amazing, right? I paint on grocery bags all the time. This paint would be wonderful. Sue, it would be so wonderful. It will not be stiff. and it will move and you can fold it and it's not going to wash out, crack, craze, any of that stuff. So amazing. So I'm just going to grab this bag here. And when you paint on fabric, you want to put something in between it to keep it from bleeding to the other side. So I'm just going to stick something like cardboard works better. I'm just going to put these paper towels in there since that's what I have handy. Make sure they're nice and flat. Okay. Well, that's not nice and flat. That's all crooked. So there we go. All right. So I'm going to get out some green. I just blew on that top of that bottle to get it to get that plastic off. So let's see. Now, I know this is going to happen. I shook it, but I didn't shake it well. When you pour out your paint and that happens, don't wipe that away. That is a fantastic medium to use to help blend and shade your colors. So I keep those, okay? But you can also use the fabric medium, transparent medium in the, I wish they would change the name back to transparent medium because it's a little confusing with the fabric medium that you can use with Americana. Okay, all right, so we've got some green. And then I will do a little bit of, I'm going to do this color. This is aqua. Yes, I know, Bonnie. That's exactly what I was thinking when I pulled that shoe, was that I still want to see the that cheetah print. And because it was raised even more than the base of that shoe, I loved how it showed up. Okay, so we've got aqua and green. So, okay, as you know, probably, you can use, Doxy Keller was the queen of painting on fabric, and she would use an Identipen. So I'm just going to, it won't bleed on fabric. And she just did the most amazing shirts and fabric painting ever. Okay, and that's the first place I had ever saw that Identipen used on fabric. Okay, now, just very basic. I'm going to take a brush and take that medium. So the fabric medium is going to help that paint move and glide. And, oh, hiccups on the internet. Oh, I haven't seen any on mine, but oh, let's just hope it doesn't start, right? Okay, so I'm going to pick up some of that medium. And you want to work on it while it's wet. So I'm going to paint in that whole area. All right, now what I can do is I'm just going to take the corner of that brush, pick up a little bit of green, and I might pick up just a touch of black, just to darken it, and to show you how you can, mix those colors easily. Now, what this medium will do, first off, you're going to use a little bit less paint, and it's going to help you put that paint on much easier, almost like butter, and blend it. You can also get some really cool watercolor effects. So kind of lay that in. The color is on the corner of that brush. And then I'm just going to lay that on. But see how easily that went on? Especially on fabrics like denim, that it's hard to get that paint to move. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of that turquoise. Put that on the other side. I'm going to wipe my brush off, pick up a little more medium because I don't want it to be real dark. And then I just have medium on my brush and I can bring that down and mix it right in with that leaf. The rest of the color. You can also blend and soften with your finger because it will move. It's helping that paint glide on the surface, but it does not change the properties of it adhering and not washing out. not cracking or crazing. It just helps that paint go a little bit further. So you can use that with the Stylin paint. You can use it with the So Soft paint. But how amazing and cool is that, right? Again, just easy to softly blend and paint with that fabric medium. So I'm going to rinse my brush really, really, really well. Really well. I'm going to pick up this small brush. So this is like a number 4. You guys know how obsessed I am with like cast shadows and shadows on things. So let me pull this in. When you paint on fabric and you use water, water bleeds. So if you don't want bleeding going on, you have to use a medium. And this fabric medium is going to do just that for you. So I'm going to put a little bit of it right below that leaf. Just a little. And then I'm going to pick up the tiniest touch of black. Tiniest touch of black. And then pick up more medium. So just like water will dilute something and make it lighter, other than the media line because they're so highly pigmented. But your regular Americanas and stuff, you can use a little bit of that medium and come in and put that cast shadow. Okay, that green's still wet, so look what just happened. That's what happens when you have water, or like I just did and brought that right outside the leaf there. Okay, so again, I'm going to show you water. If you want to get something to look a little watercolory, you can do it with the medium. But if you do use water, start in the center of where it is that you're painting. Let me get a little bit more. And then a little bit of that green. I just want you to see the difference of how it's going to go on. I'm not going to use any medium. I have to keep picking up color. And what that does is it makes my color darker, which is fine if that's what you're going for. But it's not moving like butter like it does there, right? So I'm going to pick up some of that medium and just watch the difference. How easy it is to put that color on. And you can use this with any fabric paint. Of course, my favorite is the DecoArt So Soft and also the Stylin. But you can also use the DecoArt multi-purpose satin paints, and you can use that medium with it. It's all acrylic based. Okay, see how much easier that went on than trying to initially put that on with nothing on it but a little bit of water. It really is a game changer for fabric painting, I think. So I'm going to rinse this out. And this time I am going to do very watercolory. Oh, the other thing that medium will do is it keeps it contained into your area. Like water, which I'm going to show you right now, it won't bleed outside your line. If you paint that medium on the inside of those lines that you've drawn or pattern that you've put on, it's not going to bleed outside. But if I use water, guess what happens with water? It's going to bleed. It will continue to go right outside the line and bleed because water and fabric, it will carry. So, all right, whereas with the medium, it goes on easier and it will stay within the area. Okay, super duper cool. Now, if you don't have the fabric medium, but let's say you have the old, this is the old packaging for the So Soft. When I would run out of the fabric medium or transparent medium, I would use the glittering top coat, or even, what was the other thing? The glow in the dark that they have for fabric. Okay, so let's say I do, and if you order from my website, when my website is working, this flower is familiar because I always draw it on everyone's package just about. But you can use the glittering top coat as well. It's just going to add a little shimmer to your piece. So I'll add some of that. Yeah. Sorry, can't do anything about the stuttering. Almost done, and the replay will be good to go. All right. So again, go back and watch if you didn't see the prizes that I'm giving away, the giveaways. All you have to do is like, comment, share. Okay, so you see a little bit of that glitter. Now, let's add a little purple. All righty. How is the So Soft fabric medium different from the regular fabric medium? All right, so Sue, you could use the DecoArt Americana fabric medium. You could use it like I'm using this one. This one is formulated a little bit differently. This I would not mix with my Americana. The other Americana fabric medium, I could make this into a fabric paint. Okay, does that make sense? So I can use the Americana fabric medium for the technique that I showed with this, but I would not mix this with Americana to get it to stick and stay. So I'm a firm believer, not that you have to have a line of everything, but I am a firm believer that when they've tried and tested for a very long time to get these paints to adhere, stay on, and then be able to say what they do, that I'm going to buy that paint, because just like glass paint, I know the glass paint's going to stay on my glass. I want the fabric paint to stay on my fabric. Okay, so I put that glitter base coat down, but look how easily that glides right on top. Just like the fabric medium. So wet on wet, it's going to move. I can even pick up a little bit more of that glitter. I can use my finger. I can use a paper towel. If I'm like, oh, I kind of want to take a little bit of that off, it will lift, and you get this really pretty ombre watercolor effect. Now, if I take that same color, no medium, and I'm going to dry my brush, I'm going to pick up that purple. Oops, on the whole brush. I just want it on the corner to show you. So I'll pick up on the corner that purple. Okay. And look how it's harder. A stiffer brush would work better, but it's much harder for that paint to go onto the fabric. It can. I just have to use more paint. And honestly, I like working in layers. So if I want to add that much paint, I want to be able to layer it on top of a color, the color that I already have, instead of having to use a whole bunch. Look how much darker that is and how much prettier that is, where you can get that. Now, I could even come up and paint this whole petal purple, but what's cool is that paint's going to go on much easier using either that glittering top coat, the glow in the dark, or the fabric medium. Super cool, right? And again, much easier to paint on the fabric. So see how much that bled and how that has not bled at all? Again, the medium, and water. So highly, highly recommend that you check those out. I wanted to show you, I got this bag at the Goodwill for like, it's an Agner that was very popular when I was in high school. I graduated in 1985, if you're wondering, when I was in high school. But a cute little bag, and I think I got it at the Goodwill for $3-4 maybe. But I wanted to show you again how well it covers. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. Give that a nice little shake. Oh, I don't know if I shook that enough. Why are you blowing on your Very good question. Very good question, Jackie. So let me show you. When you have paint and it has the plastic, how many of y'all use your teeth? Or scissors, or there's a thing that will pop it off. If you put it in your mouth and then twist it the opposite direction, it pops right off. Okay? Hot air. Which obviously I'm not short on. and twist it the opposite direction and it comes right off. So I share and show that a lot. And then some people are like, okay, I just don't have enough hot air. Yes, Carrie, it is so much better than the painting on fabric from the 90s. I started out painting Japanese warrior shirts in 1990 when I lived in Japan. And it was hard and crusty and you could just feel it. This you do not feel. You know what? In fact, I think that's a cool little place right there that I'm gonna just paint something right there. So I'm gonna get an angle brush just so you can see again how well it covers. I'll get that angle brush. Okay. And then a little bit of white on the toe of that brush. And I could do my little stroke rows. So I only have white on the corner of the toe of that brush, and I'm working that in. You can see that right on the right of the screen. All right, and so just kind of get those layers of that rose, just strokey, come down a couple times. You could come back in. You can also let it dry and add some shading, some highlighting, anything else that you want to. But I thought, you know, just kind of showing you how to get that design on and how well it covers. I only put paint on that toe because I want the black of the purse to show up. Okay. So again, it does help, like if you're working on something like this, to shove some tissue paper or grocery bags or something inside to make it nice and taut, just like you do when you're painting on fabric. Okay, so I can put in a little. Oop, I just stuck my finger in there. Okay, and just do a quick little rose. You could do the same thing. I have to work so hard. Exactly. Melody, thank you so much for the stars. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. It was so wonderful to see you in Buffalo and all the other ladies. So, oops, got it on more than I wanted. So, if you've got boots, shoes, purses that are scuffed up, if you guys did not see my post on my page from my seminar, Heather Dabnum has a purse. It's a Nushka, which is a, I even hate to say it, but a Russian company, and they make beautiful bags. Hers was all scuffed up. And so when I saw it, she goes, oh, I wonder if that'll work on my bag. And I said, I have no doubt that it will. And let's try it. So we fixed her bag up. You could not tell where the original painting was versus the painting that we put on and fixed it. And I just showed her how to mix it, and she went to town, and that purse looked like new. I mean, amazing. Okay, now I don't like that leaf. So guess what? While it's wet, you have time. You have time that you can wipe it off. But see, it's already sticking to that surface. So I'm just going to wipe off both of those leaves. Not my best rose, but it's okay. And I'm going to take that same brush. Hot air. Yep. Oh, yeah. So we'll pick up some of that black. Now look, if you mess up, or if you want to use that to take away, I love to use background color to take things away like that. You can go right over it, and when it dries, it is the same finish of what it is you're working on. Unless you're working on something that's patent leather, because patent leather is very shiny. Okay, but look, I just covered up those leaves that I didn't like. And you can't even tell. I can't see anything of those leaves in that area, nor can you feel it. Okay? So when it comes to patent leather, I grabbed this from the Goodwill. Again, probably, I don't usually pay more than $5 for them. And I don't have a shortage on purses. I have tons of purses. But if I wanted to take this, oh, is the price tag in there? I have found money in them before too, which is kind of cool. But if I don't want to cover the whole thing, let's just do like here. I wish I could take that handle off. I'm not a patent leather fan. And it just reminds me of being young and having Easter shoes that were patent leather that I did not like. So I'm going to take some of that black paint, and it has a sheen to the finish, but it's not as shiny as the patent leather. So it's going to take the shine down, and you're not going to be able to tell that much of a difference, except for the finished sheen. All right. So if you've got a pair of shoes, a purse that needs to be revamped, touched up, changed colors, this is the paint that you're going to want to use. Okay. There is another on the market that's very expensive. Works great, but it does have an odor. These have no odor. I don't smell it at all. And I'm in a small little studio. Well, it's not real small, but I'm in a studio space here with heavy lights. And I cannot smell that paint at all. So what that's going to do is it's going to take down that sheen and shine of that patent leather when it's dry, so that if I wanted to add something in it, I could. Okay. But I know it's wet. I'm just going to turn it over to show you that again. I can come right here and paint. I'm going to use white because I just find it's a little bit more noticeable on screen. But if I were to paint, let's say I wanted to paint turquoise looking daisies or pink daisies or something, I would do white first, just like if I were on a canvas. You want to separate that color from what it is you're going to do, and white will do that. Okay. So if I were painting on a black canvas and I wanted to paint strawberries, I would paint it white first, or off-white or warm white, so that you can diffuse that black. Okay, let it dry. Once it's dried, if I need to go over it a second time, I can. Now, what I would recommend is if, like, I pushed really hard here and I have a little ridge of paint, I am going to pick some of that up. But let it dry totally, and you can go right back over it. You can come in and you could shade color at the base of those petals. You know, put in your center. I'm not going to keep this on this purse because I don't want it to have a white daisy. But I can always come in and wipe that off while it's wet. Once it's dry, it's on there. Okay. So that is the DecoArt Stylin Paint. Old label, if you're familiar with seeing that, and the new label, which I love the new I liked this one. I thought the little tag was cute, but I really do love this. I love packaging, and I think this is a much better package than that. Okay, now let's talk real quick about glitter. So, right at the beginning of the pandemic, DecoArt had launched their fabric, their So Soft fabric metallics and glitters. And it took a while for the glitters to make their way out to the market, but they are soft. You can still feel that it's glitter, but it's not as harsh or rough as glitter. They have metallics, which are beautiful. Well, that's not metallic. That is. They adhere beautifully to the surfaces. And so I'm going to take a little bit of that aquamarine. This is like probably one of my favorite colors. Aquamarine turquoise, right there, which goes right back to the beach, right? So a little bit of that metallic color. You can put it over a color, or you can put it on by itself. I like it over a color personally, but it is shimmery and shiny, and it's just as soft as your fabric So Soft paints. So the other is the glitter. And I have, do you guys remember when I did the water marbling? And if you missed that, you can see that video on my YouTube channel. The other shoe was white, and I rolled that in the water marbling. That's where the pair is to that, to this pair, the other shoe. But you can come in with some glitter. Okay, so again, the fabric glitters made specifically to adhere to fabric. You can use it on tote bags. It's going to come out a little milky, but I can pick it up and lay it on. And when it's dry, it's going to stay on. Okay, just like with glitter paints, my favorite are the holographic illusions by DecoArt, but it looks better to me when it's over a color that's a like color. So just look how that dressed that up. And you don't have loose glitter flying around that you've got to brush off or get off your surface, okay? Again, it's going to stay, it's going to adhere, it's not going to come off, wash off, move. It's going to have a little bit of a glitter feel, more so than the Stylin paint or the So Soft paints, but at the same time, it's in a resin that's going to help it level and stay in place, okay? You stopped carrying a purse 20 years ago. I might have to start again, right? You could, Molly Ann, yes, good point. She asked if you could use like rubbing alcohol. Well, you said alcohol, but I'm going to assume it's rubbing alcohol. That you can use a little bit of that to get off an area that maybe is dry, okay? So, again, just to kind of recap, this is the DecoArt Stylin paint. I have enough here for all of us to paint a shoe. I mean, hello, a little goes a long way. And go back to one of my favorite pieces. You can't even tell that this was white before because the black just looks exactly like the material. And I get so excited when I share things like this, especially in person, like I did in Buffalo, to see how excited people are that, oh my gosh, that just changed like that whole look. So again, if you didn't see those pictures, go check them out on my Facebook page here. Madeline Corsini did a beautiful jean jacket. I think it was the 80s or 90s jean jacket, an older jean jacket, painted this beautiful ombre look with fireflies. Were they fireflies or lightning bugs? Are they the same thing? I don't know. But then a dragonfly that was beautiful, and a little bokeh background, which we've done in my membership group. And oh gosh, there were just so many beautifully painted pieces. Stencils, stamps, think of your mixed media that you do on your regular surfaces. You can do it on fabric. You can do it on leather. You can do it on faux leather. You just have to have the right paint. So the Stylin, highly recommend. Again, one winner is going to get my favorite colors in the Stylin line, plus the other giveaways. All you have to do is like, comment, share. And let me just look. Hello, hello, hello. So glad you're here. You're so welcome, Lisa, with two S's. I always love seeing your name. Swapped over, Facebook kept freezing. How are you going to fix the little white bag you were painting on that bled? Good point, Linda. Let me show you real quick what will happen if you use paint to cover it. So let me just come back to my table. Oops. Okay. I about fell out of my chair. Okay, so see how that green bled? Because water. When you paint on fabric, you might not want it looking watery. There's nothing really that I can do with that except to, I'm going to show you two things. I'm just going to use my silicone mat here. I can paint a little bit of white. Now, if it's still wet, it's going to continue to bleed. But I can paint a little bit of white. The problem with that is going to show as white paint, and it's going to be different than my background. Okay, so you see that? Now I could probably do 2 coats and cover that, or I can just make it look very watery and bleed everywhere, or paint, you know, the background a different color. I could come in with, let's do that, a little bit of purple. I have black on my brush, but if I wanted to, you know, I could come in and paint my background a different color. I would recommend trying it with a little bit of white first, but you want to make sure that it's 100% completely dry, or it's just going to bleed on you and not look real pretty. So, all right. What's the website for the patterns, please? So for Eileen, for these patterns, it's in the comments. I believe Barb put it on there for some pieces that I've done. Jilly Bean has one, Deb Antonik, Tracy Moreau, Mark Montano. There are 30 different designs that you can paint that give you a line drawing and all the supplies used and everything, and it's all the Stylin Paint. It's when they launched it. So favecrafts.com, or if you just put in Google Fave Crafts DecoArt Stylin ebook, it will pop up. Okay, and you might even be able to put that in the search box on Facebook, because I've shared it many times, and then just click the posts, and it'll show you all the people that have posted about it. So anyway, hope that helps. Thank you guys for kind of staying on that train with me. Again, thank you so much for those that gave stars that are going to go for the World Central Kitchen. Where did my little sticky note go? Because we are donating $567. Yay us. Yay you guys. Not me, just you guys. For everyone that donated stars and gave those. Thank you, Molly Ann. So next week, I will be back with what we should have done today, and that is my summer stacked teacups. Molly Ann just put the link in the comments. Thank you, Molly Ann. But when you go there and my website's working, you can put in ART, A-R-T, all capitals, to get a discount, unless you're a member of my membership group. If you're a member of my membership group, you guys will always get the best discount ever. So you have your code. Don't put it in the comments. That's a perk for being a member. Let's look at this shoe again. Let's look at that shoe. Oh my gosh. I'm so going to wear those. Let's take that off. So look how pretty that is. That's the before, and that's the after. I'm so going to be rocking these. I'll have to take a picture when I do and share it. So, all right, guys, have a great week. I'll be back next Sunday. Let's see, right there I have it. So my next Facebook Live and YouTube Live will be on July 3rd. I know it's the day before the 4th of July, but it works for me. So I will be back on the 3rd, unless, you know, life gets in the way and something happens, but I'm hoping not. All prepped and ready, was prepped and ready for today. But after many emails and messages, wanted my website to be able to be up so that you guys can prep and get ready to paint along with me if you get the e-packets. So thank you so much. Thank you, Barb. So Barb said you can also go to DecoArts, click on projects, and it's under projects. Thank you so much, Barb, for putting that down. So the designs on there are everything from shoes. I did a phone case holder, purses, shoes, tennis shoes. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing paint. And I just wanted to share that with you guys today. So, all right, get out those brushes, get out that paint, have a creative week, and I will be back on next Sunday. And my members, I will see you guys tomorrow night in our membership group. All right, y'all have a good one. Stay safe.